Who's here tonight? Oh, the phone caught me off guard and had me put it in a horizontal, or excuse me, a vertical format rather than horizontal. So this is what you get. So fuck it. People can bitch about the, well, I could only see it sideways. Would you fill that with a potato? Did you fill that with a potato? Yeah, whatever. Hey, what's up, my man? It's good to see you. What's up, Rosen? Yeah. I was having this conversation, like, you know, I don't really interact with people on Instagram because it's fucking retarded, because people are fucking retarded. And they don't really respond very well to anything other than just being right about everything. So somebody had said something about Nazis, and I was like, well, and I asked a few questions, and instead of responding to my question, the person just said, well, what I notice is there's people marching in D.C. Hanging a flag above the concentration, you know, like the same flags they hung above the concentration camps. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what does that have to do with the question I asked? Because I'd asked, like, do you know the difference between Nazism, capitalism, socialism, and a few other queries into a few words. And I just said, this is an honest question. I was like, and the person was like, no, all I know is, like, I'm in DC and I'm fighting for, I don't know what the fuck they're fighting for, was kind of my point. Because if you don't know what the words mean, if you don't know what you're fighting for, then what the fuck? Why are you fighting? Like, if you have a legitimate gripe or a grievance with something or some idea, then go have at that. But like, they in DC, like, well, why are you in DC? Like, what are they gonna do in DC? The people in DC now, it's like 2018. They're like, oh no, all of the crazy shit they finally figured out. Like, motherfuckers in 1776 knew what the fuck was going on. That's why they fucking, you know. I mean, how far back you want to go with this shit? This same story has been told 1,000 times. These people are like, well, I don't know. I just know that, like, concentration camps. Like, well, did you, you know, is that a real thing? I mean, I'm not saying that's not. I'm just saying, like, you seem to be responding to something that you didn't do your homework on. You didn't do your due diligence. I mean, I only once in a while get on Instagram because it gives me a little fodder to deal with. Like, are these people real? I mean, do people really have this little bit of thought processing going on in their cranium? Or, I mean, do they just respond to everything? I mean, I get it. It's not judgment. I'm just asking the question because it seems like a lot of people have what is diseases of the automatic nervous system, ANS, right? So you've got your two types of nervous systems which are connected to belief systems, which are that's a strong one to really try to show people. But the belief systems are based upon triggers that are associated with past life or belief systems. You know, meaning history, or most people's anxieties and terrors and worries come out of what they perceive as what is going on before them, past. So if you live in the past, you live in anxiety. If you live in the future, you live in, well, I mean, it could be either way, really, depending on what you're perceiving. But if you live in the future, you're living in anxiety. If you live in the past, you're living in depression. It depends on the kind of, you know, if you're trying to reproduce the past into the future. And so what I'm getting at here is there is a storyline that's been going on for a very long time. It's the princess storyline, it's the hero storyline, it's the savior complex. There's a few of them. There's four major ones. These are archetypical concepts, and they play into the minds of people through storylines that, like, do you really believe that all of the leaders of the world want to, like, blow up the world? Like, they're pretty cool. Like, they're not really trying to blow things up, like, say, with nuclear bombs, or however you want to say that word. Do you think those things really exist? I mean, I'm pretty sure they don't. It's kind of like believing satellites exist. You gotta, you know, if you do a little bit of research beyond just responding to anything, any research, you might realize it's something different. And so it's interesting the kind of people. And if I can just take this little segue here, to take it to facial diagnostics as well as body types and whatnot. You find people that are a little chubbier. What they have is fat that is grown on their system to give them a barrier of all things that would be too intense for them. And people that have less fat on their body are more electrically charged and live wires. So you're going to see a big difference in the way you could even look through the leaders of the world, chubby versus skinny, and you can find people that were outspoken to be a different way, but then the people that were defensive and response driven were always a little chubbier. Now, what does that have to do with what I was just saying? Like, what a grand a grand hypothesis that you've presented to us, Zen, through the use of world leaders, the automatic nervous system, okay, I'm just walking this little puppy here, and it's just to say that I think that most people they go off half-cocked on not knowing any of the information. I mean, this is where having a healthy response to things, and it's like this. It's like qualifying what's good for you. It's not judgment. Judgment is to say someone's good or bad for something, but to say qualify what's good for you is wildly different. So what we find is that people end up qualifying their positions and their dispositions and their energies and the way that they see the world based upon people that are dum-dums, or people that just repeat shit, or things they can't actually verify and qualify themselves. I mean, think about your own life. Think about everything you've done. Somebody says, this person's like this person's like that. And if you go on what somebody else said, well, then you might miss out on like a really beautiful experience. But, you also might realize that if you meet the other person, like the other person's a piece of shit, right? So there's these, we grew up in this capitalist system, most of us, that the response mechanism within a capitalist system is to play defense first. It's a defensive thing. Why is it defensive, Zen? Well, because you have life and death. Life is offensive and death is defensive. So if you play the black or white, right? If you play chess, who gets to go first? Play that game. Obviously, the person that moves first to go, they're offensive, yes? So the world is full of defensive people, like the worst form of the black arts. It's not to say to be offensive, because I don't believe in being offensively or defensively. I don't believe in either of those things in that sense, because when I played soccer, what I would do, I played center midi, so I could choose to go any direction I wanted. I could pass the ball, I could dribble through everybody, I could score, I could turn around, I could, make a back pass to goalkeeper. It was of little interest to me what needed to be done, because I didn't see the system as an offensive or negative driven propensity. Try that. Like, people have propensities to things. You know people that tend to be passive, and you have people that tend to be aggressive. And I never really seen either one of those things, because when I played sports, I'd play both sides of the ball. And, when you go into school, you have to learn to argue both sides of the coin, even though there's more than two sides. There's at least three, and probably about 360. But I digress on that point. I guess it's just to say, I think too many people, they take what is spoken as truth, rather than really taking their own feeling about something. Like, I don't know. It's when people watch the news and shit, I just like, do you know these people? Haven't you just witnessed time and time again the end of the world prophecies? Has it happened yet? I mean, wasn't it supposed to happen in 2000 with the computers, and 2012 with the Mayans, and the Christians have been talking about this shit for I don't even know how many fucking years. Yeah, Jesus is gonna come back, and all the fucking shit's gonna get all fucked up. I mean, it's been going on for a long time, and there's this just happened. There was the event. These new age assholes. The event. What does that even mean? Like, it was, last time I seen the event was when I was working in a car dealership, and was fucking Easter Sunday, and they had the event where you could buy a Ford F-150 for $4,000 off. That was the event. You know what I'm saying? Like, this silliness that continues to occur with these people that take some media source and provide it as, oh, we're doing a service to the community by making them woke and aware, and it's like, aware of what? Because no one's done anything, no one can do anything. You can live your life and be well, prosper, and help yourself and your friends and your family and your community, and you know, that's what you can do. That's what you got. So when I find people just saying dumbass shit about things that they see on the TV or on any sort of media, I'm like, prove it to me. Did you go there? Did you do this? Did you have any experience with this? And 100% of the time the answer is no, because they didn't. So it's a fun little journey, ain't it, huh? So there's my little rant for right now until I take this little puppy inside, because she got a little outdoor time. She went to the lake and got a little water time. What's up, yo? What's up, Rising Love? What's up, Ryan Duvall? What's going on, man? Hold on, you guys gotta give me 1 second, because gotta make it up these stairs. You got anything else to do, puppy? Come on. How you doing? Oh my God, there's a puppy over there. Do you want to play with that puppy? This puppy is playful. She's very friendly.
This one's scaredy cat.
Okay, well, we'll see, because she's very friendly. Oh, you were so scaredy. She's just big. She's like 13 years old. She does not, she plays, well, next time. So, yeah. Come on, Meatball. She's a decent sized animal. She's very alpha or whatever. But she's not even, I don't know. She's kind of aloof. She's a goofy puppy. So let me get in here. Come on. Let's Come here. Let me take this off of you first. Okay. And anybody that's coming here now, I do apologize for the upside down or the horizontal video. That wasn't my intention, but that's what happened. So I was just going with it because, well, that's how we do it here. This shit is always live. So let me scroll through and see what y'all have to say. Say hello. What's up to everybody? What's up, Divine Hazel? What's up? Danny Scarlock. Danny Scarlock. Good to see you. I miss your words in the sensualist, spiritual, psychedelic life. Are you really? Rising Love, you're getting a puppy? Here's the puppy you need right here. You want to see her? Meaty, say motherfucking hello. Meaty, don't be camera shy. This is your big opportunity to say hi to everyone. No? Yeah. She's a little tired. We ran around for a little bit. So, you want to know about the sensualist, spiritualist, psychedelic endeavors, huh? I don't know what isn't. There's this interesting complex of hey, let's do this. Yeah, she is so pretty. It's because she doesn't eat dog food. Because that ain't dog food. That's not what dogs eat. Here, let me turn a light on real quick. I'll give you guys a little bit of lighting out here. Oh, there we go. You coming up? Here's my beautiful that's my money tree right there that I left here, and it grew these beautiful mushrooms on it. Check them out, y'all. Oh, where are they? Is that the mushrooms right there? Yeah. Anyways, the psychedelic life, huh? I don't know what part of it isn't anymore. That's the most important thing. If you separate your dream world from this world, then you've missed an opportunity. So, if right now I say, "Are you dreaming?" Am I talking to myself or maybe you? And you really gotta, bite your lip or pinch yourself or go through these whole things like, am I dreaming? Have you ever been in a dream and you just couldn't remember if you were actually dreaming? What if this is the same way, but it's just a little more intense? What if you just gave that up and said, this is all a dream? This is all a dream. When does it end? Should it ever end? And I just pose these questions for, let's say, because I pose them to myself and I think they're important. What's up, B? Now, what things that we consume are psychedelic instruments? I would suggest that everything, especially the things that we don't really... You want to go inside, puppy? It's cooler in there, baby. Go on. You can come out if you want, but it's cooler in there, baby. You can come out. Yes, back to I suggest that. And I don't even suggest, that would be the wrong word. When you wake up tomorrow, did today exist? Does tomorrow exist without today? Do your dreams exist differently than this? Is this so much more solid than your dreams? And I think the thing that enables people to traverse through realms is having those experiences in the dreams that are this fucking real. I remember in the beginning of my journey, people were like, you can't read a book in the dream world, you can't do it. And I would, like, one day I read a book in the dream world, like I was looking at the words. And they're like, no, you just do telekinesis in the dream world, you can't talk. And then I started talking to people in the dream world. And there was all these things you couldn't do. And then my dream world got so, incepted into exactly as intense as this, that physicality was the same. So is this now just a secondary version of a dream realm that I'm in? I don't know. I mean, I've watched videos on this exact phone in the dream world. So my dream and my subconscious got really high tech. It got really smart. Where I could, like, normally my little, hey, am I dreaming? Does my hands look like this? They say, oh, you can't really see your hands. Your hands will start to dissipate. Well, my hands took form. And a phone took form, and I could read the numbers, and I could read the letters on the screen, and I could watch something. The same way I'm doing this right now. Where I had to say, am I dreaming? And there was no way for me to really know. Does it matter? Well, I guess the matter is the thing that is the motherly dream world that gives us an experience, because without matter we wouldn't know anything exists. But in the other realms, normally they're very vacant. Yeah, physical. So normally in the other realms they're very ethereal, meaning there's not much substance to it and there's not much matter or material. And so if we're living in those worlds, okay, well, that doesn't really have as much meaning as, say, Earth does. But here we are in this physical realm. And it seems like we're touching all these things, but all these other realms, once you get to the point of making them as solid as this shit is, that becomes a little interesting. So let me see who's up in here. Kia, I hear you on that. I had to do that. Like, that's different for different people. I had the luxury of, if I say it's a luxury, like of not having the person that grew me up there, so it was easy to just bounce because these people fucking sucked. I mean, what is there? Let me say this: there's always going to be some sort of tentacles, spiritual, mental, emotional, economic, etc., etc. There's going to be some sort of tentacles that needs to be chopped off in some way. I don't know. Sometimes they're worth coming back to, and sometimes like, nah, fuck it, it's for another lifetime. I don't know. But Yeah, I get it. Like, for some people, it's got to be hard. Like, your family probably sucks. Like, I'm not saying that just to you. I'm saying it to a lot of people. We know that. And when we say family, we don't mean... What we mean is the people that were around us during our upbringing. Like, you had a school teacher. Let's try this. You had a school teacher in first grade that you were around for more hours. Put this in your memory banks. You were around a school teacher from about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, let's say 8 o'clock to about 3 o'clock. And you might see one of your parents for a couple hours a day. So every day you were seeing the influence of a teacher for 3 to 4 times as long as your parents, maybe longer. And so 1 year actually accomplished, seeing one teacher 5 times as much as your parents, and do that times 18 years. Or not 18, but let's do 13. Excuse me, I apologize. 13 years. But yet you don't give any credence to those people. You don't say, I got to keep them in my life. But there's something that, like, there's some bondage that's held by governments and parents. Parents would have to accept their own bullshit. They would have to accept their own bullshit if they were to say, hey, listen, every piece of authority is bullshit, including us. and no parent's willing to give up their authoritative bullshit, even though we can see people that are older than us completely ignorant, naive, full of shit, lying, stealing, robbing. That's what we see. So rising love, good to see you. I'm dreaming. I've been dreaming all this right here and now. Hey, what's up, a big chunk of meat? Yeah, vegan should. You know what? A big chunk of meat. What is normal to you? Well, I'll start there for you, my friend. Thank you, Divine Hay is a good answer for Mr. Meat Snacks. What's up, Anthony William? Anthony William, try yourself a favor and say houseless, not homeless. Yeah, I hear you, man. I can't answer that. I mean, that's tough, yo. That's fucked up. I've been in weird places too, Denny Skylark, one of the lucky ones, making her own family. Oh yeah. Oh, Anthony Williams. Last time I seen the people that raised me, I was sitting there like doing a urine fast, and they wanted to kill me. Like, they hated me. Yep. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, because it doesn't matter. It's like we have to kind of come to the idea that not everybody we think is doing something for our best interest is, because most people have a fear of death, and most people have a succubus mentality, because they don't know, because they're stuck in some sort of system. Danny Skylark, you screwed up. When did you screw up? Hey, Rising Love, I hear you. Like, here's the thing is, there's a lot of us that know completely exactly how to be tribal. But how do you just go do that if you don't know? Like, if you're in a Bible belt, a Bible study rather than a tribal system, how do you jump out of a tribal and get into a Bible, or jump out of a Bible and get into a tribal if you don't know those people? there's you know, there's the internet that kind of brings some of us together, but you know, I can say very very concisely, very honestly, I've met some fucking weird people offline. Some people that seemed like they're real, true, honest, you know, about it, you know, about this fucking shit that I'm talking about, and they're not. They're really not. And they don't know. They don't want to know. They're like, they can tell I'm integral, and I'm authentic, but they're not. And it's happening to me more than I care to share. But that's that, you know. It's just funny. But your family is just like that. It just so happens some of us, like Tupac said, are the roses that grew out of the, you know, the sidewalk. So, getting to mm, getting that place of like tribal situations, there's a lot of us that already know how to do it. Like, but how do you start that? Like, how do you just go from here to there? You'd have to have a you'd have to have one of these fucking things. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? There's the guy right there. Hi. And that's not accessible even for the like most intelligent of folk. How do you organize that? How do you really do that? Yeah, because it's what, you know, a lot of these cats just go out there and they go fucking crazy hippie vibes, like, oh, let's go back to the earth completely and blah blah blah, and they're not really understanding that technology has its use, technology has its purpose, and some of it just been used wrong, you know. So you gotta deal with those people. Like, people think like I'm some sort of hippie, or think I'm some sort of, like, you got it all wrong. I'm not at all. I'm fucking ancient. I'm not a hippie. Like, hippies tried to mimic. Um, Hippies were the first neo-paganism, or that's not even neo-paganism. Hippies were the first New Age. How's that? That's kind of a New Age neo-paganism. But it wasn't even, I can't even say it's neo-paganism because it's not even really paganism. It's just a bunch of sloppy fuckers not knowing what the fuck is going on. But I digress on that point. Let me see what you had to say. Normal is blood and starch. Let me scroll back through. Yeah, Anthony William, I hear you, man. It just depends on where you are and what outlets you got, man, to get out of there. You got any friends? You know somebody somewhere to get the fuck away from your family, because they will shut you. They'll fuck you up. Rising Love, how to find a true family. Yeah, that's a good one, huh? They're just people in our lives, exactly. Here, let me dip inside real quick because the dog is being. I know she wants to go inside, but she wants to be next to me. It's so funny. Like, she's hot as fuck because it's like, I don't know, 90 outside right now. Ah, come on. Yeah, let's go lay over here for a second. All right. How you go, puppy? Baby, I just fed her this giant meal and took her outside. Now she's still in my face. Look at her fancy ass. What are you doing? You just laughing? Say hi. Anyways, can you settle down? I'm trying to do something here. Yeah, the family thing is weird. See, I feel like I lucked out in a certain kind of way because I'm adopted. That um, I can disassociate slightly with the idea of a familia, blood ties, and bonds and things, where other people don't have that luxury. Even though my family is a fucking bunch of hicks, like Pennsylvania Dutch, like pieces of shit, like really awful people. Um, and growing up, I never noticed it. I was just like, oh, it's probably some subconscious thing, like, mommy threw me away, and these people took me in, and these people, but you never even notice how fucking shitty they were as humans, and then mimic some of their traits, and then try to have to, like, break loose of the traits of these, I don't know, like, I would call them subspecies, if there is such a thing, um, Like they're fucking lunatics. They're like, but you know, but then me being Zen, I go, oh, but I understand. Like I understand why they're the way they are, and that's where most people can't get trapped. You have to not get trapped there. Just because you have compassion for people doesn't mean you have to accept their bullshit. And one of my downfalls is always having so much compassion for people that I'll give away my energy to people that are like shitty people because I know it's not their fault being shitty, and I always suppose that I can continue to assist them to get them out of their shittiness. And a lot of times, what it does is it just builds up shit on my shoulders, and then I pour it out on other people, which is, you know, obviously not the right way to go. But yeah, it's like you can't get caught in that like that little zone between knowing that empathy is and being, you know, giving and delightful and lovely and helpful to people. You have to, like, that's right, but at the same time you got to protect your own self and your own self-interest and your own energy, because I mean this shit is your experience, right? Like I would you know, there's a lot of motherfuckers out there, there's a lot of pieces of shit out there, and whether we like it or not, that's my family, that's your family, you know, that's the government's, that's the, I mean, I know that's the media, you know, there's shitty people everywhere. But let's not get stuck in that, because there's beautiful people everywhere too. More often than not, there's beautiful people. I forget who it was, who was that said this, but it's like, hey, if you listen to the media all day, you're gonna think your neighbors suck, but if you go outside and talk to them, you're gonna find out they're not as bad as you think. You know? Yeah, Kia. I mean, how far you got to go with changing it? You know, is like on your own. That's of your own volition. You know, if it's just something spoken, because this world is just words, and it's your, you know, say it as such, and it is. You just kind of revise your history in your mind and your present in your mind and your future, and you know, we live in a magical magical realm of what the mind does, and so you produce that. So if that's the way you need to do it, so I hear you on that. Like, I mean, your name is your name. Name is Amen. When I say Amen, that's like it's spoken. It's like abracadabra. It's just like Amen. It means speak it and so it be done. That's what abracadabra means. Like, and name and Amen is an anagram, right? So there's a very similar thing about if someone says, "Hey, so and so, come here," you'll respond because they think they own you. Because in the beginning, in the Bible, what did they say? In the beginning of the Bible, what was told to Adam to go name every beast and fowl and everything in the land, and go name everything, because they were saying, I'm giving you dominion over everything. To have dominion over something is to name something. If someone knows your name, then they own you. But if you don't have a name, how can they own you? Or if you change your name, how can they own you, right? Because what is a name? The the truth is that the name of God is unspeakable because it's ever changing. My frequency, my body, my bandwidth, my energies is completely different now than it was 10 seconds ago. And it'll be different in about there again and again. So now I have a new thought. I don't know where it came from. I don't know what it is, but apparently I'm a completely different person. So how can I be possibly named by anything other than just something as an idea? I just, you know, what is that? I don't know. What the fuck? Yes, exactly, Danny. Why are you gonna name something God has made? Exactly. But you know, to go further, why did Goddess make anything? Because God spoke the vibration. So God, meaning mind, spoke vibration, which was a somatical energy which took form within Goddess or Gaia and produced form. So to say like masculine and feminine, or electric and magnetic properties, they both exist simultaneously, and that's the force. Yeah, yeah, exactly. What do you want, dog? Why is the dog harassing me? Here, can you tell me? There she is. Meaty, can you tell them why you're harassing me? Look at her. Look at her. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you want right now? I can't tell because I literally just took her on a long ass walk and fed her. Like I fed her like all my leftovers plus her food. I mean, she had like 2 pounds of food, and now this fat bitch right here, and she is a bitch. She's a dog. She wants more food, so I'm gonna feed her some little snack. Cause she won't get on my fucking face. Here. So anybody that's interested in how my dog is immortal and almost 14 years old of complete fucking awesomeness, it's because I don't feed her shit. The worst she eats is the worst that I eat, and that's about the size of it. She's vegetarian sometimes. She gets meat snacks here and there. She eats raw foods. She eats sauerkrauts and yogurts and things. And yeah, I don't. You know, she was on a raw meat diet for a while, but it was just too complicated to do. Rising love, yeah, it's a work and dream in progress. Isn't everything a dream in progress? Everything we do is it's like the computer screen is like, you know, when you're looking at it, like it's rendering the whole thing. It's like continually rendering. What you talking about? I didn't have any snacks, Danny. I didn't take any of those peanuts. That's for the dog. Hey, you know, I don't have much. Hey, you know what? Here, I'll do you guys a favor. I'll give you guys a few more minutes. I'll plug this motherfucker in. Let's see. Oh. I can play some little ukulele for you guys. Play some uke for you. Here we go. Let's play. No, I'm kidding. I'm terrible at it. I'm not gonna do that right now. Yeah, Kia, that's an interesting. You know, it's always been interesting for me. Protecting your own energy is a weird thing, because if we remember, the more you give away, the more you get in return, which is a very confusing statement when you say protect your energy. That would be like protect your money. I mean, put a castle around it, and then you'd be hoarding money or hoarding energy. So it's a very that's a you know I'm not suggesting that either way is a better way, but isn't it kind of who do I share? Who do you share the goods with? Who do you share the goodies with? Do you share them with the one that needs it most, or do you share with the one that will make the most out of it? You know what I mean? Like I could see people. I've seen people. The other day I was walking through the city, and I seen somebody, and I was like, this person would really cherish this. They would really, really, they'd be thankful. They would use it, and they would, you know, something of their being would go to helping the world. And I seen somebody else, and I was like, get the fuck away from me. Like basically just, you know, I don't know either of the stories, but I could sense a little bit of energy. I was like, this person does not deserve my energy, and this person does. Even though the second person probably was in way worse condition, right? It was like kind of like throwing energy into a dead tree kind of thing. So that's kind of you know where we gotta attempt to figure out where the energy goes that facilitates the best future, which is interesting because we're not supposed to be thinking about the future, right? I mean, why are we thinking about the future? Aren't we here right now? What are we doing? Shouldn't we be just... I'm gonna need you to settle the fuck down because you're really all up in my shit right now and I'm not enjoying it, so you're really fucking with my vibes. Just lay in your bed and be comfortable. I just took you outside, you just did all the thing, you ate. I mean, what more do you need right now? You're being cantankerous. Can a dog be cantankerous? Yeah, you're being a cantankerous bitch. How's that? Come here. Can you hear this breathing all heavy at me? Look at this stupid animal. What are you doing? Okay, I don't know. I think it's you guys. You guys are getting wild up. You're getting riled up right now. Sh- Dude, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. She's the smartest dog in the world. She's immortal and she's a genius. She knows this. She just gets on my face sometimes. And I pet my dog. Are you serious? Do you know how much this? Do you see how beautiful her fur is? There's so much of my like oil from my human and my like oily products that I put on her. Like that dog is well taken care of. Like look at her. Look at her. Well taken care of. Look at her. Yeah. She's probably got more massages with really high quality oils than most people on the planet. Like I use like really good oils to massage my dog. Figure that one out. I know. She is wanting the attention. All right, Kia, have a beautiful day. Good to see you. It's always a pleasure. Yep. Okay, that's why she's panting now. Why? Who said the dog is channeling us? And then Danny says a massage would be so good. And there you go. Hey Danny, you can check it. Here you go, Danny. There it is. There's the table. Hey, anybody want to see my cool shit? Here we got the table here. Then we got all of these cool things. I don't know if you can see all my. I'll have to show you all of my cool tools. I got like oils and all sorts of fucking. Yeah. Anyways. Speak of massage, the dog was getting all excited. She gets so many pettings. What's up, Sydney? Yeah. We just chilling for a minute here. I'm trying to figure out what I should do this evening. It is Sunday. Is there a Sunday evening vibe going on? We'll see. We'll see how much juice is in this phone. Do I give massage? Yes. Rising Lab, I'm very well trained in the arts. Yes. I only share it when necessary with people that require it. It's a gift for people. I've only used it once or twice for other purposes. And that's code word to earn some pussy. I've only done it once or twice. Usually I could just talk myself into getting laid, but if my words don't work, my hands will. But no, that's normally just for people that require healing work and shit. Yeah, Rising Love. Yeah, I'm pretty talented. I'm kind of. I love Torin comes in here right in the middle of nowhere. What numbers correlate to the planets? Way to take the left braininess and turn it right brainedness. Torin, I would always expect you to do it in the opposite direction, but that was cutesy. Um, I don't know. Off the bat, I would say Mercury is one. I would just go in the normal order. You could use the alchemist seven planets, which are connected to the 7 days of the week. We're supposedly the third rock from the sun, but would that mean that the sun is the first rock and the moon is the second, and we're the third? I don't know. It's a little confusing, but Mercury seems like it would be first because it's in the center, and then there's Earth and Venus would be here. I don't know. I'm not sure, man. Because you got evens and odds, which are also masculine and feminine. So evens are with Eve. So the Eves are, and then you got odd is Adam. Adam is odd and Eve is evening. So black is connected to Eve things. So even things, right? I don't know, man. Interesting question. Torin just comes in here and says some random ass shit and then bounces. I love it. Torin's like, "Hey, what the cut? What number is the color purple?" I was like, "What the fuck did you say?" And then Torrin says, all is connected. We're all the same. We're a computer system programming ourselves to program the future generations so that we may unleash our destiny as rulers of this realm. But we already are. And I'm just channeling a little bit of Torrin right now. I'm not going to draw like him because I don't have that capacity right now. But Torrin. What's up, Torrin? I might go to this fucking really shitty ass dive bar up the street. I've never been there because I said as long as I live here, quality Torrin channel. Yeah, Torrin, I think you're welcome, man. I was doing my best. I didn't get hey Torrin, I didn't get too deep into it because it would have involved like doing a couple deep breath meditations and getting in your mind and looking at one of your drawings, and I could have just dipped in there real quick. But I mean, you know how it works. uh, Miwan, what are you doing? Okay, cool. You good? Are you settled down now? Okay. So every once in a while, I apologize to the studio audience. Sometimes I do have to make sure that the meat wad is doing okay because she gets a little excited now and then. Danny, I haven't had a late night massage in I don't know about almost a year now, and dive bars. I go to dive bar anytime. They're the best places to go. It's the only place you can meet quality people. Everybody else kind of fucking sucks. So you kind of go get like some real earthy down to you know down to earthy type. You know what I'm saying? Like the dive bar is the only place to be. Any time of day, especially in New Orleans, man. I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but like, get up real early. Just go to sleep early because you had a long Saturday, and then get up on a Sunday and go to a dive bar at like 6 a.m. That's kind of an interesting thing. I haven't done that in a while either, but dive bars are just better places, better people that actually, uh, you know, they're physical, they're alive. They got their shit, but they're good people. Torn, have I channeled certain entities like that full fledged? No. I mean, maybe. Like, okay, like if I get drunk enough, oh, certainly. Yeah, I mean, certainly. Every bottle of. Let me say it this way. If I go and start talking to somebody and they have a very strong energy, and I said, okay, I'm gonna go into shaman mode and I'm gonna mirror you, and I say this in my own consciousness, and then I start mirroring someone, then in that way, then certainly I've mirrored many people's energies. It fucks with them a lot, and these are the kind of people that will get really mad at me. Like a lot of people get really mad at me because I'll just do what you do, because I can play that game. That's simple. It's, and so there's that. And then there's like, hey, you put enough spirit of anything, any substance, you could eat potatoes every day. You could eat fucking steak every day. You know what I'm saying? Or you get there quicker and just drink some wine, or you could, drink tequila or drink, those are ways to go. You could smoke weed all day and get in somebody's fucking consciousness. Are you serious? Like, how many times like if I smoke weed, I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? And I'll go into somebody's like whole fucking like, their mind processing programs and shit. Like it's not it doesn't it's not any certain type of element because every element is a substance. So the elements is the angle of the mind of the substance. It means it stands beneath you, which is an angle of the mind. And so like we always get into those things. I mean, if you could sit here, we all sit here firm and proper in our own being plenty of times, say this is what I am, this is who I am, this is how I am. And then other times we mimic, or sometimes we mimic it and we're lost in it, and we just get really, if somebody's angry, so we get angry, and we feel their energy, so we feel their energy, and we go through that. And other times we go, oh, like the weird part of the shaman work is like, okay, well, you want to do that, fine, let's do it. Okay, here I'm opening up this and this and this, and let's go. And then you just follow someone's energy. and then they go, that's either gonna make them very happy, which happens a lot, like all the time. People like, oh, he mimics my energy and he's just like me, and then, but then once they get um, irreprehensible, I can easily do that, and I'll just mimic someone, and they'll think that I'm doing it, but I'll just be mimicking them, and that's where. So if you're asking Torin, yeah, I mean, you do it with, you can hear music and you can draw it out, so you do it. Um, yeah, you got some good energies then, but yeah, Ryan Duvall, this is exactly it. Yes, yes. If I wanted to just be like on my fucking P's and Q's and my let me put the gold on and put some chains on and put a fucking top hat with the little snake coming out the top and all this shit, and I'll walk around just like that. That's easy to do. That's simple. I'll trim this shit up and put a suit and tie on, and whatever needs to happen happens. But that's not. I don't like to manipulate things that much. I like to observe, interact, respond, and just play with the energies. So I hope that makes a little sense to you, Ryan Duvall. But I know what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm a retard a lot of times. I don't care. The people, you have a mead shop, Danny? Yeah, there you go, Rise and Love. But there you go. The drinks are cheap. The people are real, and one of my favorite artists that you all should know already, my man Wax. He has this song about dive bars, and he's a rapper guy, um, and he's got this one song he makes about dive bars, and he's basically just saying that like, fuck paying $20 to get into a club. I want to play the jukebox and fuck with some cool people. Ah, okay, okay. Torn, I hear you. All the planets. That's many different systems. Which are the most accurate to align with the tree of life chakras numerology? Hey, Torin, ask me about that again, offline, like not on here, and we'll try to dig into that if you want to, because I could probably figure that out in a couple of minutes. I just have to look at a few different charts. I can't do it off the top of my head right now. So it depends on you and if you want to work with the number seven, the number nine, or um, which system do you want to work with? Let's start there, and then we can put some numbers together for it, and then we could, you know what I'm saying? Torn, do people notice every time I mirror them? No, no. Most people are unaware completely. Um, because I never consciously outwardly do it to like fuck with somebody. It's just one of my habitual states of being and nature that I have is to mimic, like a mimic octopus. I'll just mimic someone's stances and behaviors. Now, normally this is a sign of like the highest compliment is to mimic someone. That is a high form of compliment. Uh, but people use it for ill-gotten gains oftentimes. I just do it because I think because it usually makes people feel comfortable. That's what it does. If I sit like you sit, then you feel comfortable. If you mirror people on accident, is this a sign of a weak aura? Yeah, I think you're right about that, Torrin. I think anything that you do unconsciously, you need. I don't think it's an aura thing. I think it's a conscious versus unconscious thing. But there's this strange thing of how much control do you want? This is the question of, do you want to stay here in the present moment the way we're doing it, or do you want to plan for a future? Alan Watts says the only people capable of planning the future are those that are aware completely right now in the moment, which is true. So if you don't know what's going on now, how the fuck can you plan for the future? But if you're too busy planning for the future, you miss now. It's kind of a choice. That's the choice is where do you sit in there, which is the mirroring, which is unconscious, which means I'm just gonna if you're unconscious about the mirroring because you're so involved in the moment, it's kind of like making love, you know. What do you? How do you make love? Can you explain that? Like, no, it you know, if you want to catch a nut, like that's easy. Like, hey, let's go through this process, and you know, you can get off, I can get off, and we'll just get the fuck out of here. And then there's making love, which is like completely tantric and without time, without space. Well, that's a different thing. I mean, they both have their value, certainly, but that's the mirror on accident or on purpose. Helena Handbasket is one of my favorite. Ryan Duvall, thank you for the beard compliment. Uh, I just, you know, it's funny. I just trimmed it today because it was getting a little wily. Oh, Danny, are you serious? I figured you knew. I figured you knew as much about tantra and lovemaking as I did, but apparently, that's very funny. I've told that story many times. I don't know how many times that I've been with a woman and I wouldn't get off and she would feel inferior and she would like we'd have a problem because she felt like insignificant and unable to satisfy me. But I was like, no, 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 it's not like that. Like I just like to hold my seed and be tantric in my practice, and because no one understands tantra, you know you can't just be out here just fucking anybody, because like you know you end up being a good lover and they're either gonna like psychopath fall in love or they're gonna be like what the fuck, how come I if I can't, you know, I mean that's a big thing in the hood too. Like some dudes be holding it like if a chick can't get me off, and chicks be like their whole effort is to get a dude off. It's a weird dominant submissive principle, you know. Mm. I mean the dominator submissive principle is one of the biggest things going. I mean that's how everything works. This patriarch matriarch. I mean you can flip it around either way because one's going to be dominant and one's going to be submissive. But if it was interesting when you look into BDSM and all this kind of crazy shit, and there should always be like a slight little bit of tension in the bedroom or tension in lovemaking or tension in any sorts of life because that's the only way life exists. But if you look at in all of the ancient artwork and you look in the ancient um, let's say these. If you look into, oh, I don't know those great statues that those Indian people did all over those buildings, and they wrote the Kama Sutra, you know, and then Tantra and all of these things. There's no dominant, there's no submissive. There's an equal balance between the two energies, the masculine and feminine. There's always an equal balance. So you go through all of the hundred moves in the Kama Sutra, and what you won't find is anybody getting their fucking ass choked out with a mask on, with their face put into a pile of shit, getting fucked in the ass. Like that's not happening, because there was more respect for each other, even though there might have been a you know a slight bit of I'm gonna put my foot over your head and my you know choke you out slightly and put my you know that's you know that's part of that, but like to be completely putting somebody in a cage with a rope around their neck, like that's real shit. Like that's how people, you know, I want some whips and chains with my love. Like no, that's not real. That's like you've been brought to that by your dualistic you know, bullshit. You know, that's that one a little outside of the boundaries of what love look like. Torn, what is outside of time and space? I would assume uh, silence. Kelly Smith, he just said that lovemaking happens outside of time and space. That's empirically false. Hey, Kelly Smith, you're empirically, what are you talking about? All right, Kelly Smith, you've just turned this really wonderful conversation into something ridiculous. Um, are you sure about that? How can you say empirically when have you ever made love? Have you ever lost your mind? Have you ever done Hey, Kelly Smith, have you ever done psychedelics? When's your last time you ate some mushrooms, homie? You know? When's the last time you were so ecstatically involved in an orgasm? When's the last time somebody ate your butthole? When's the last time somebody stuck their tongue up in your butthole and pushed that little golden token there? It made you forget what time it was and where you were and realize you don't own an empire. You don't even own land. You don't even own your own mind. You don't even own the picture in front of the picture of an orange K with a 555. That's silly to me, isn't it? Isn't that kind of silly? You wouldn't even put your picture there. Do you have a website or a page I can come to observe some of your phenomenon, which is empirically status quo? Can you show me a little bit about what you know about lovemaking or anything of the material realm or how your mind works? Because I don't think you have a YouTube channel, a web page, or an Instagram. I think you're just here to cause a little bit of humor, huh? I like it though. But but if you need if you are a good-looking girl, because most of the time I meet people that are Smiths or Kellys or don't have a picture in front of they're really good looking and they're highly intelligent. Yeah. Well, you know what? We've been talking about philosophy. You weren't talking about philosophy. You were talking about empirical evidence. And you don't have any empirical evidence. All you are is you're somebody on the internet just saying some stupid shit. So back to you guys. Kelly, it's been good talking to you. But I believe you're just here to cause disruption in a room of people talking about something that is not involved in delusion by using words to confuse people, which is what you're attempting to do by, well, I've been listening this whole time for him to say something about time and space. And do you know what time is and you know what space is? So then, involve yourself in the conversation or because this is I'll always say, Kelly, my friend, if you do want to be involved in these, this is a classroom and this is my classroom. This is not yours. Everyone here comes here because I speak with my heart and my soul and my mind. And if you want to actual make a discussion, then you have to listen. Hey, Kelly, here's what you can do. I don't have to listen to you because you're not talking. You don't have a channel. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's how I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to remove you or put you in timeout. Should I just put you in timeout when you come back? Will you just, learn to involve yourself in without just interrupting? Or give yourself a picture and make a video for yourself. Should I remove you? Let's remove her. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, gone. See. Well, I apologize. The teacher refused to be the challenge has not really learning. That's not even English. Well, what's up, yo? There's always these Kellys in the world, huh? I can do $1,000 worth of video and I say one thing and a Kelly ain't gonna like it, and they're gonna still go back to their Ivy League school and pay $50,000 a year and get an education from people that told them how to think and what to do. You can't talk about philosophy, philosophy. Yeah, interesting. Oh wow. Oh, we can help her. Hey, Kelly, I don't feel anything I don't feel anything for you because I don't know you. You're literally, at best a computer program and at worst a really dumb human. That's about it because an hour into one of my videos, people normally don't get on here and just, talk shit about one thing I said when I was trying to, help out a classroom of 16 people that were interested in what I had to say. And don't worry, the reason that I can speak as authoritatively as I can, Kelly, is because I have been challenged by very many people. And I have learned to listen. And the reason that I know so much is because I've listened to probably a lot more than you have. I've spent very, very many years. I don't know you, and this is correct. And I don't. And my supposition is I don't suppose I want to know you, because I don't think you exist in any good way. You're just here to disrupt. Because I've listened to. I would guess about 18,000 hours worth of material I've gone to colleges, universities. I've read audiobook. I've listened to audiobooks. I've read books. I've watched documentaries. I've listened. I do my fair share of out of body experiences. I do my fair share of fasting. I don't know what you've done other than come here and just use your hard orange K to just talk some stupid shit. I don't understand what you're saying because I don't know you. You've never been here before, and the first thing you have to offer me coming into my room, into my classroom, is to accost me and to say that the first thing you said. Should I go right back to it because I can look it right up here? That's pretty objective. How do you say, okay, you said pretty objectively false. Now, all of a sudden, if I say your first sentence, you said pretty objectively false. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. You can't say pretty objectively. You'd have to say objectively because objectively would mean definitively. Yes? But you said pretty, like as if you weren't really sure. And false means that what I said was absolutely a no-go. So I would deem you by your first three words in front of me in my classroom that I don't even know who you are. You don't make any videos. I would think you're a dum-dum and you're just here to cause disruption, which you've done pretty well. But I just have fun with it, and everybody knows how I fuck around with this shit. So it doesn't really bother me, but it should bother you that you would infringe upon 20 other people. No, I'm judging you on everything that you've said here. I've been making videos for a very long time. Do you make any videos? What do you do? Here, let's do this because you're a perfect case of what would you call it on the internet? You need somebody to pay attention to you. So let's pay attention to you. Is that what you want? Would you like that? Here, let's talk about what you believe. How's that? How about this, Kelly? I have an idea. You go start your channel, and you put your face on there, and you talk. And see what people have to say to you and see if they believe what you say and see that you're an honest, objective. But I don't want to ask you a belief. Here's what I want you to do. It would be very nice for me and everyone else in here to not waste my time and theirs by thinking this is your classroom because it's not. I can teach you if you'd like, but you don't want to learn. You just want to state your objective opinion. But as we're very well versed in this, that's your opinion. And that's just your opinion, man. What do you want to learn? There, I will help you. I'll help you a little farther. What do you want to learn? Kelly Smith? Here, what would you like to learn? Okay, okay, rising love, I'll allow for it. I just don't know sometimes because, there are people with agendas. There are people with that make $1 or $2 just by staying in line, and and I mean that's fine for me. Doesn't as long as they're not getting in the way of the rest of you and the entertainment. That's how far you want to go. You want to learn why you would believe something a human being can do is beyond time and space. Because I believe in metaphysics. I believe the mind is something outside of your consciousness, which is connected to God. Whatever when I say God, I'm saying the infinite source material of all things. Like you can't control your thoughts, to any degree, right? So the thoughts that you have, where do they come from, and how do you control them? Now, when we go from there, how do you define time? Because time is, as far as I've been given, and as far as I know, and as far as it seems to be, I'm going to speak in E prime, so I'm not making any. It seems is what I'm saying. That's what I want to get to. It seems that time is arbitrary, and it seems that space is arbitrary. How long does it take to get somewhere? So is time and space the same thing? Because if it's going to take me a little while to get to that door. If I wanted to go outside, it would take me about, if I ran real fast, I could probably get there in like 4 seconds, But what's 4 seconds? It's 4 seconds to 60 feet. But what if I'm in a car? I could get there in a second. So then is time and space different depending on what vehicle I'm in to use it? My voice can travel so fast and so far, and my sight can, and my hearing can, and my thoughts can. My thoughts can travel infinitely far immediately. Apparently, this is what I've been studying for a little while, as it seems like. I've just thought something. Where did it go? So, what is it that you do as a human? Is you condense time and space. And time is not an observation of change. This is completely false. Space is the substance that contains matter. Nope. Let's just go ahead and correct you there, because space is not substance. If space was substance, it would be matter. Go ahead and read your sentence again. Space is the substance that contains matter. No, it's not. Space cannot be a substance. Space is the lack thereof, the lack of substance. Substance would be matter, right? Matter would be 555. Yes? Space would be the emptiness. Matter would be what fills the void. Space is void. Matter is thought that becomes condensed into a space. So that's wrong, and time is not observable change. I could sit here like this. Watch. Tell me how long time has passed. Did you see me blink my eyes? Is that observable change? You could go watch a yogi bury themselves. I mean, like, what exactly? Space can be moved? No, it can't be. No, you can move objects within space. See, this is where either you're just testing silliness or you're not understanding. And either way, it's not making a lot of sense. Like, space can't be moved. How do you suggest to move space? You can only move things within space. Space is an empty void. Once again, is it not? Space. No, space is what's inside of your skull. You have emptiness inside of your skull. You have nothing in there. Now, you might take that as an insult, but I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying literally there's nothing inside of your skull. I'm certainly calling you a dummy but I'm also saying at the same time, like, this space is around you, because look at everywhere. I mean, I'm not filling up the space with anything other than I got a little sound, I got a little physicality to build up space with. I don't understand what you're getting at here. Space can't be moved. Space is where it is, which is everywhere, which you'd call infinite. And then inside of there would be the physical objects that fill up the void, which is a chair, a being. You know, I just trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Rising love, I'll never be anybody's guru. You know that. Guru means gifted, unlimited rhymes, universal. Guru is something that you should be for yourself. I can always help you, but I will never claim to be anybody's guru, no one's leader, no one's. That's ridiculous. You're trying to define terms. Well, Kelly, what if I decided for you that we can't define terms because no matter how far you want to go back, your etymological perceptions are not going to be as clear as mine are. And you'll probably perceive mine to be different than yours. I'm guess. How old are you, Kelly? Why? Because the letter W, H, and Y, there's 3 of them, but it comes down to the last letter of the word. So who, what, when, where, why. They're regulated based upon the vowels that are in there. And if we were going to talk in Black's law dictionary legalese terms, it'd be different than if we were speaking through Webster's, what they're using now, or Webster's prior to the Lipsy Convention in the 40s. So what we'd have to end up doing is go through so many different words and verbiages and ideas that we'd have to link back to Latin. And I didn't say less lucid. Didn't say less lucid. You can be as lucid as you want. Have your experience, have your perception. I have as much evidence to confirm this as you do to confirm that space is the substance that contains matter, or that let's see, what else? Let me find some good ones here. Yeah, you're doing it really good though. You're cute at it. Empirically false. Okay, so let's get back to empirically falseness, and then this is. It's like you want to play Noam Chomsky games. You want to play with syntax and semantics, and it's a silly game to play. because you don't even know the definition of the sound or what do these sounds mean? Well, that's a theory. So your evidence comes from a theory, which means nothing. So a theory is empty. So you're empty, right? My evidence comes from a theory, yes? I am relative to you as your theory is to everything, and your theory to everything is minuscule. I mean, it means what it means to you. So have that. So why are you I really, for this is fun. I'm enjoying this, but I really don't know. Do you have a goal out of this? Are you trying to learn? Or are you trying to teach me? I don't know what your theory of everything is, but your evidence. See, this is where I know this is the memes games. Yes, yes. Ah, well, I could do this for a while. I said what? I said your theory of everything. Uh, your theory of everything. Now we start. See, here we go. Okay, Kelly. You know what? It's been fun, but this is now you're getting beyond fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's just yeah. Once you get into people playing syntax semantics games and that play one of my favorite games, which is people that are how to put it capitalists that make that turn themselves into yeah. I know it's academic. Oh man, just scratch my head, man. It's just funny. It's people that come from this standpoint of narcissism. Narcissism is built off of capitalism, so I can't ever blame a narcissist because we all have our tendencies towards self. Hey, what's up, Fizo TZ? How you been, man? Dense, yeah. Hey, Fizo, thoughts on the 5G? I haven't really touched on that. What's going on, dude? I know. You know what? I don't think it was a waste of time. I think that was beneficial for some people. I think there was something good in there. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's just maybe there's something for whenever you guys get to talk to a fucking isolates. That's actually like that person isolates themselves from all things outside of their own set of belief systems, which becomes narcissism. Which is a capitalist mind struct that it deals with only finding corporate sponsors and the dead world, meaning corporations, to sponsor their theory of actually nothing. The word theory comes from theo, which is, well, theoluminous means God, theo means God, and ori means, well, you have theo and ori, and you have mem and ori. Here, remember this, mem and ori means water and light, so theo and ori means what? So it's just theories are just like opinions, you know? It's like, man, you got your opinion, I got mine, man. There is some sort of objective truth between all of us, and this shit exists. It's not some sort of illusion, but when people just try to I don't know. They claim to love the material world, but they just really don't love the material world. Like, they're materialists, but they don't really like material because they don't respect it. Hello, dog kid. What you doing? Thank you, Danny Skylark. Where's this? Hey, Ron, you looking for this? Is that what you're looking for? Rah. There you go. Is that what you're looking for? It's funny that it would be here because it normally wouldn't be sitting next to me. Baby, can you sit down, honey? Yeah, branches, I hear you, man. I know. Yeah, it is. But you know what? All in all, like I'm lately, I've been having to go back to this one concept of pronoid rather than paranoid because I'm tired. I'm tired of the world being in a way that it looks like everything is going to go against us, and my ancestors told me that's false. So It can the world can only exist because there's benevolent beings well of a higher value than the people that would hope to demolish and take away and destroy. Because if if the thing of demolishing and taking away and destroying was stronger, this shit would already be done. We wouldn't be here. So remember, there's always more on your side. Even the demons are on my side. The devil is on my side. God and the devil and the demons and the angels are all on my side. And my side is zero sides. So I'll just stay right there in zero. I'll stay in there in zero field, because what you gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? And so Pfizer, let me ask you. Let me answer that thing on the 5G. I mean, I think it's like every network, man. I think it's just I think it's upgrading vibrations, and it's only going to cause people problems if their diet is unhealthy. I'm gonna get really deep on that. In the next video I make, Fizo, I'll make for you and for Daniel Drury, because we was talking about static charge. Well, he wasn't talking about it like this, but he knows. He'll know. I talk to him all the time. It's about the use of animal product, blood, milk, fruit juices. I'm gonna get into grounding, static charge, the body as a. We'll get into all that. So we'll dig in real deep on the 5G network, especially if you want to get into what the G's are and dimensions. Everybody say we're going to the 5th dimension, but everybody's scared about 5G, huh? All I see out here is I'm getting a better tan. I like the white light, you know. I like the melanin. I like where I am. I like what I see. So I think people have to have a different perception of it. If we're upgrading energy, then you better believe that the systems that we're using, including the computers in our hands, are going to upgrade. If the Earth is going at 7.83 and then we dip up to like 10.3, well, wouldn't that be a higher megahertz frequency modulation? That actually shakes shit off. That shakes weak shit off. So if I turn my phone from a 1G to 2G to a 5G, you know, I mean, where are people having these conferences, right? Negatively, I mean, you know, hey, Fizo TV, let me do this another. Come on, send me an email. Remind me to do this show. I'll do the whole thing for you, because I just don't want to do it right now, because it's almost 10 and I really want to either go grab myself a beverage just so I can like bug out here, or go to the local watering hole and take my dog back out because she's been bugging me. And it's a really long thing to get into. It's probably about 35 to 40 minutes worth of, you know what I'm saying though? But the basic construct is this. The environment is affected and controlled in so many ways. I mean, if we believe in the electrical universe theory, now you see what I'm doing? I'm gonna have to get into electrical universe theory. I'm gonna have to get into how plants are harvested. I'm gonna have to get into the body already being genetically modified. I'm gonna have to get into what the blood is. I'm gonna have to get into, like, there's so many different things that you have to cover to, like, I can't just say a couple things, because people are like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I have to go through 30 minutes of really breaking down everything that goes into what the radio frequencies are. Like, we've been living in radio frequencies for a long time, for as long as we can remember. So have those done anything? Are those affecting certain organs and harmonics within our body? Are they shaking things off? Are they helping us? Are they giving us nutrition? Because the sunlight is already radioactive. You know what I mean? The sunlight is already giving us. Do you see what I'm saying? The sunlight is already giving us, like, pretty much the whole spectrum. But, you know, there's a lot of people who can't go out in the sunshine, because they'll get burnt, because they've been eating like shit, and they'll get burnt and they'll get cancer, because the sun is actually doing them a favor by burning off all of the shit in the body, and then they're getting skin cancer, not from the sun, but from all of the shit that they're eating. So maybe it's just saying, hey, if you can't go out in the sun, maybe you should stop eating what you're eating. Hey, if you can't handle the extra energetic flux of a 5G network, you're getting cancer because you're unhealthy, not because of the 5G network. Do you notice that? Can you see what I'm trying to say here? It's not the strength of the sun's vibrations. It's the weakness of the person's constituency within their body and their own harmonics, their own immune system. Like if it's not the sun giving you cancer, it's the artificial flavoring and the oils and the suntan lotion and the garbage that you're eating. That's what's giving you cancer. So, yeah. So check it out. Oh man, this is I'm so very excited. There's about 27 people in here. I want to keep this going, but I also want to run up to the store real quick. I'll make a deal with you guys. Give me 15 minutes. Let me take my dog for a walk. I'll keep you guys on here if you guys want to go and make yourself a mixed drink, pour yourself a glass of wine or whatever the fuck you are, whatever the fuck you got to do. Go do that. Let me take this dog outside and go get myself a beverage. And instead of going out, I'll come back here and I'll continue on this conversation if y'all want me to. How's that? Okay, cool. So check it out, y'all. Let everybody know, anybody comes in the room, Zen is going for a short little jaunt into the nature out there. Collect myself some. What should I drink? Should it be? It should be wine, yeah? Red wine? Yeah, sipping on that Merlot. Get Merloted, huh? Okay, cool. I'm going to get some Merlot. And when I come back, we'll continue this. I would love to give you guys some music to listen to. Yeah, of course, it's going to be red. Probably Cabernet Sauvignon. If I can find some Cabernet Franc, if anybody knows wine like that, Cabernet Franc is a glorious, glorious grape. Yeah, red wine sipping. Yeah, let's go. So I'll see you guys in like 15 minutes. I would love to give you music, but I can't because I don't want this shit to get taken offline. Give me a little bit. I'll be right back. Bang, bang. Let's go, doggy. Let's go outside again. Come on. Come on. You come up here? Oh, I gotta take my money out of here. I can't just go without money. They're not gonna just hand me liquor for free. Well, sometimes they do, but. You coming? You want to hop outside? Come on. Where's your thing? Oh, what a unproductive venture. How terrible. The store was closed. It's like 9:30. Why did this happen? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, Rising Love, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I'll tell people in the future. I should always mention this. I should probably somehow learn how to turn that off because YouTube steals a lot of that money from me. Because I guess they host my shit, so they take like 30% off the top or something. But obviously, fucking thank you. I mean, like that's paying for my beverage this evening that I haven't got yet. Danny, you don't have money, but you have other wages. What's your other, Danny? What are your other wages? What's up, Beebit? Hey, what's up, B-Bit? Is that 8-bit or B-Bit? Because I got an 8-bit Nintendo tattoo here. Well, that was actually, was that 16-bit? No, it's 8-bit was the first one, right? Yeah. What's up, Mary? Mary, I like your new symbol, your new sigil there. I like it. What's up, Jeremiah? Well, there is no beverage in my future while I'm on here, so you get pretty sober, Zen. What's up, Eli Jen? So what can I offer you for this next? I'll give you guys like 10 more minutes, maybe 20, because I do kind of want to go out. I got a nice little like energetic flux because I'm at the beach all day. I got some melanin in my system, and I like interaction with humans as much as I do with you guys. You know, like in real form. So it's I'm gonna try to get out there. Cyst in the kidney, Jeremiah G, kidney cysts. The standard protocol would be you got to go in order. You have to clean out your bowels, then clean out your liver, your gallbladder, then clean out your kidneys. If you think the other ones are already clean and it's just your kidneys that are having a problem, so normally if you have kidney issues, you'll have either issues with your bowels, your eyeballs and your balls, or your if you're a woman, you'll have a cyst on one of your ovaries, and those are going to be connected to a few spots in your body. And the types of things you want diuretics mainly because you want to get everything in that's inside of you out of you. So you need to release the tension from all of your organs. And for your kidneys be holding on to things, you know, your kidneys are connected to, like, if you get like bags under your eyes, like watch after a few days, people say, oh, you've been drinking. Like, no, it's after you drink and then eat, the eating is going to clog your system up, and then it's going to clog out everything that's going on in your kidneys. So you want things that are diuretics, and you want, there's a few certain elements. I mean, you know, hit me up on offline and I'll let you know exactly what they are, but it's not too hard to like figure out. Like, just go online and find the kidney elements. Dr. Christopher has one. I wouldn't use the dry herbs. I'd use the regular herbs. You know, you get acupuncture to help those things. So yeah, hit me up offline if you really got like that bad kidney issues. Like, you'd have to tell me what side it's on, and we can kind of figure out that way. I can give you a couple acupuncture points that you can acupressure yourself. And I can tell you what herbs to use. So there you go. Yeah, Mary, yeah. That's very, very fun, new energies. How do you get better dreams? Ryan Duvall. Most dreams are, if you have bad dreams, they're subplanet in the subconscious. Subplanet in the subconscious means that to get lucid is how you get rid of bad dreams. To become very lucid of your environment. So if you get into a dream and it's a bad dream, you can change it immediately. But if you're not aware that you're having a dream, and so to get there, you have to cleanse your body and you have to cleanse your mind, and you have to heighten the. One of the biggest things you can do is drink more water and do headstands, because then it'll get more water in your brain and help a lot of your lucidity out. There's some certain elements you can ingest that will help that, but better dreams, it's just being aware of them. Uh, During your daytime, you could write things down. You could write out some of your dreams. You could wake up in the morning, write down your dreams that you remember, write down how you want to revise them, and then during the evening, do a meditation before you go to bed on what dreams you'd like to have. That would be the best way to do it, because if you go to bed with, watching TV or having, just random thoughts, then who knows where you. But if you go to bed with some sort of meditation, you listen to something on repeat. It could even be somebody else's voice. Like there's plenty of good. There's there's a lot of bad ones, but there's plenty of good ones out there that are, um, sleep, hypnotic, sleep journeys and lucid dreaming and out of body experience journeys. So just look for those, man. There's plenty of ways to do it. You just want to have more control over your thought process during the day, which will help control your thoughts before going to bed, which will then obviously assist in the images and ideas that you have, fluxing through your brain during sleep. And if you're so lucky to get out of body, then those realms that you explore will be, uh, more to your liking. How do you attract money into your life, Anthony William? That's everyone's favorite question. Don't think about it. If money is your goal, then you fucking lost the game. Money comes of currency. Currency comes from energy. Energy comes from awareness. So have more awareness. Just the just the capacity to have more awareness causes you to have more currency, more energy. More energy is more flux. More flux is more money. It's like current. So attempt to do things that motivate you and things that you're inspired by. Those things will get you money. You're gonna find the most money off of one of two things. It's either gonna be the thing that you're really good at, like I'm very like that's awesome and I'm good at it, and you're gonna find joy in that and you'll find energy in that, which obviously is gonna outweigh money. You could make a little money and have a lot of happiness, that's for sure. Or you could just go and sell the idea is selling your soul to the devil, which means just do the most basic shit. Like you could there's plenty of jobs you could make $250,000 a year. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them. It's just nobody wants to do them because they're fucking a pain in the ass. You want to work 80 hours a week? You want to play with numbers all day? You want to just sit on a computer and you fucking lose your goddamn mind and you won't have any happiness. But if you want that, you can easily get that. So find the things that you enjoy doing, that you have energy towards, because the more energy you put into something, the more energy you get out of it. Eli, yeah, naan bread and some hummus. Rising Love, we'll talk soon. Jeremiah, left kidney the size of a softball. Okay, well, you gotta clean in reverse, man. Like I said, you gotta clean the bowels first, then clean the liver and the gallbladder, then clean the kidneys. And there's plenty of products that do that. I wouldn't take anything that isn't in the best formula is going to be an alcohol derived substance. You don't want just the pills, because the pills are going to have the dried element, which isn't going to have the oils, and the oils aren't going to be, there's lots of reasons not. You want fresh. You want fresh ingredients. The grapefruit oil, Grapefruit and the oil is going to be one of the best ways to do it, but you're going to want to drink malic acid through apple juice for about 5 days prior, which will loosen up kidney stones and things like that. You probably have kidney stones, so drink malic acid. There's a couple other things you can do to loosen up stones, and even Coca-Cola will do it. The interesting thing, here you go, the poison, the panacea, Coca-Cola. There's a flush with Coca-Cola because the Coca-Cola has so much acid in it that's breaking down stones in your body. Imagine that shit. But most people, when they drink Coca-Cola, they're not drinking water, so they're getting dehydrated. That's the problem. Coca-Cola in and of itself is not a fucking problem. Just like alcohol is not a problem. Just like anything is not a fucking problem. But if you allow your body to get dehydrated, then you'll cause problems. So the kidney issues, there's a lot of ways to break those down, but most importantly, fresh apple juice has malic acid, 5 days of that, and then find yourself the grapefruit and oil cleanse, which basically you do right before bed and wake up in the morning and shit out stones. Beyond fluid, I've heard of this too. Yeah, and it's definitely going to be good for circulation because you want more water going to your skull. The more water in your skull, the more vivid your dreams will be. What up, 8-bit? Do I believe in truth? That's a very... should I say syntactical question? Do you believe in truth? That's the most silly question you could ask anyone. I'm gonna refer to. There's no way of answering that because just in and of the question itself, you're posing a difficulty in answering it and you already know what you're doing. It's like do you believe in taking a shit? Do you believe in lies? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that the world exists? Do you believe that by pointing with do you believe you've already eliminated what truth could be? Because don't they seem to be in a little bit of opposition to each other? One being a belief, one being an opinion, and one being actual factual. So I don't know, man. That's you're playing with more syntax and semantics as the other one did. You've been meditating on Savant's frequency calendar. Hey, Marie Mercury Curry, send me that. Could you send me that because I don't know what that is. Yeah, FISA TV. You've been seeing a lot of planes flying northwest of the island you live on. Then after the weather turns overcast, yeah, I hear you, man. I don't know really what to say about all that stuff. You know, I've made my opinions clear on that, but as usual, what can we ever do about that physically, unless we know somebody that works in those agencies and be like, bitches, motherfucking stop this shit, and then go talk to their boss and like, nope, we ain't stopping that. You want your $500,000 check, $500,000 a year check, and they're like, yes, and they're like, well, then keep doing your fucking job. You know, you play with those games. So you know what we have is our mind to try to adjust it. That's what we got. I wish I could offer a better solution. Coca. Oh, you had a patient who couldn't swallow food without Coca-Cola. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I mean, it is. Well, they probably put their system so out of whack by adding so much acid that the alkaline. You know, so the body's always trying to stay in homeostasis. So Coca-Cola, you drink enough Coca-Cola without enough water, and all of a sudden you're taking your body, and you're turning it into like either an acid or alkaline, you know, out of balance. This goes into the silliness of drinking alkaline water. By introducing alkaline water, your body is going to introduce more acid into itself. So you're actually going to be doing the opposite. You're going to be making your body more acidic by adding more alkaline, because that's just how your body balances it out. Because it doesn't want to be alkaline, it doesn't want to be acid. It wants to be homeostasis. What's up, Syphil Sanchez? What happens when plants go direct? I don't know, man. What happens when they're out of whack? I fucking don't know. I mean, I think it's I think it's funny to look at from many points of view. You know, how much effect do the planets have on us? Are they inside of us? What's within is without, that kind of game. I don't know. I think that if people can get through the 6 planets in retrograde and 3 eclipses, uh, yeah, we're pretty good. Look up. Okay, Marie Mercury Curie. Yeah, I know Secret Energy. Like I've been on there. I haven't been there in a long time. Sync Tribe Daily via Colors. Okay, I'm not gonna remember Marie. I'm not gonna remember all that because like I'm 2 hours in. I got a little bit of buzz on. You know, you gotta hit like if, I would love to check it out, but I'm not gonna come back into this video just to find that one comment. You know, because I get emails and comments on all sorts of shit. So hit me up on my email. Put it on one of my other videos. Tell me where to look it up there. That way, it's in my queue, and I can check it out that way because I'm gonna forget this by the time we're off of here. You know, what's up, UV Hugh? UV Hugh, your beer didn't get taken from that garbage can. Yeah, I put a beer of mine on a garbage can. I might have left it there. When's the what best email? Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I haven't been putting my shit up beneath these videos recently, just because I've been lazy. But you can hit me at Theoluminous, Theoluminous. Theo like God, luminous like light at Gmail. That's the best place. There it is. Okay, so Cleaver's Tea. What's up, DevMark? And there you go. Theo Luminous is right, DevMark. Thank you for that. Uh, all right, Marie. Good to see you. All right, cool, Dev. Good to see you again, man. 8-bit. What do I define to be true, and what do you find to be untrue? Um, like I don't know. 8-bit. You know, maybe you know what? Maybe you could try this again on me another time. I'm just that's just so philosophically silly to me right now. Like you're asking me for the definition of true and untrue. Like I don't know, man. I don't know what you're really getting at here. I don't know what like you're asking me these silly questions the same way that other silly person did, and I don't understand what you're trying to get to. Like it just what do I do personally to tell the difference? I feel my way through the universe. I don't really understand what you're asking. It just seems like you're asking questions to ask questions. I don't think you have a purpose. Like I think purposelessness, like you either have a purpose, meaning you're getting paid for something, or you're purposeless, meaning that you're just asking questions to ask questions to act like you're smart, to try to get some sort of to divulge some sort of response from me, which is silly because I can't tell you what's true for you, and you can't tell me what's true for me. I don't know, man, or woman or computer or agent of the matrix or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know who you are. I've never met you. And so I always have so true to untrue. Like look, right now, here's the truth. Here's the truth. I don't know who the fuck you are. That's true. I don't know that you're a computer or maybe somebody I know. Maybe somebody's fucking with me, right? Like it might be a friend of mine. Or you might be just some asshole. You might be making $6 an hour to like go through this list of questions. You might work for the NSA. I don't fucking know. I mean, it's your questions are overwhelmingly redundant. And by overwhelmingly redundant, what I'm saying is, um, why ask them? What does it matter to you what I think is true and what I don't think is true? And what I like, if there's something you need or you require, then feel free to ask me for that. But to get me to tell you what's true and untrue, that's I can't tell you that. Why the wall in here is yellow? Oh, maybe I'm colorblind. Ah, now are we dealing with perception, truth managements? I don't know. So yeah, I would love to answer your question, it seems, it appears that you're being quite belligerent in the way that you're forming your questions because it doesn't, you don't seem authentic. And so now, is there truth in that? There's absolute truth that I don't believe you're authentic. That's a truth to me. To you, you might be authentic. You might really want to know something, but I don't fucking know. Beyond fluid, yeah. Oh yes. Oh, so satanic. It was satanic because they don't know what the word Satan means. Of course, it's satanic. You know, God created the devil, right? And what is the devil? What is Satan? It means earthly thing. So anything that is earthly is satanic. And you do anything on this earth in sine wave or in sin or in duality, meaning, is the earth here? Yeah. If you eat a fruit, you're satanic, quite literally. So, but yeah, I hear you. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's so cool to hear that people know what's up with the golden elixir of consciousness in life. Ah, rising love. Enjoy your glass of wine, and I'll talk to you soon. Holler at me. I'll have a glass of wine with you next time. Cephal Sanchez, good astral projection techniques. My favorite is to stay up late and then do the wake back to bed method. Meaning, you wake up, you set your alarm, you stay up for a little while, and you go back to bed. That way, your body is kind of awake, and you can keep your consciousness, and you kind of dip through the realm. Some people will just be able to have a lucid dream, but other people will be able to get out of body. So that's a good way to do it. 8-bit, see, that's where you go wrong. Your questions didn't offend me. See, this is where you've taken things wrong. You've taken things wrong. See, I'm trying to see if you can learn from me, but I don't know where you get your information. You say you feel your way through things, so things define if they're true. Okay, I'm not here to correct people, but you don't know where I get my information from. I'll give you this. I'm almost 40 years old. I've spent about 15 years of my life. Yeah, I've spent about 15 years of my life studying and researching occult work and sciences and music, arts, people speaking, interaction with human beings, my own internal environment, health, well-being. And so I've got that through, I could show you some books. I have plenty of books over here. I've got books at my other house. I could show you these books. I could give you a whole playlist, and you could spend literally time you don't have. Like for me, 15 years is for you about 200 years, quite honestly, because I do this full time. So what I'm saying is, like, you haven't offended me. I'm not gonna. What am I gonna write you in? What do you do when you were back in like 8th grade and you had the right at the end where you got all your information from? What's that called? Like I couldn't tell anybody where I got my information from. I could quote some books, and every now and then I will. I'll tell some people's books that I got information from. But even that, then I have to qualify where that book came from. Blah blah blah, and we can play that game. But for me, it's if it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's for you to decide. I don't, you know, you get to believe your school teacher and your parents and the government and let's go down the line. What's the last car you bought? You believe that Toyota was better than Nissan, right? So you bought yourself, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little. You haven't offended me by any means. By any means, that's up to you to decide. And if you actually are interested in becoming more of yourself, whatever that is for you, then shit, don't ask me. Fuck do I know? I'm just some dumbass on the internet. Everybody knows that. If it happens to ring true with you, so it does. And if your supposition is to challenge whatever I'm thinking, then you shouldn't listen to me at all. It's a waste of my time and your time. If you already know better, then you should just go follow your own instincts. If your instinct is to listen to me, then you should follow that. If your if your instinct is that this dude is a piece of shit and he's stupid, well then get the fuck away from me. Get off my fucking channel because I don't want you here anyways. You know what I'm saying? I think that would make most sense for everyone involved. Because the internet is a big, big place. There's millions of people with internet, internet, like the little YouTube channels. But you chose to be here. It says something more that you're here with me talking than it says me talking to you, because I'm on here anyways. People listen to me. I don't believe you have a channel. I don't believe anyone listens to you. So you don't have anything original or authentic to say. Is this right or wrong? Right? Yeah. So, what's up, Super Champion Rocker? Danny, did you call me boring? There you go, Eli Jen. I like that. How dare you, Danny Skylark? Oh, you've insulted me to the nth degree. Is that what they say? The nth degree. So who else is in there? What's up, Jonathan Valentine? It's good to see you. It's always a pleasure. Eli Jen's up here. Divine Hazel in here. Philo's there. Danny's here shitting on me, apparently. Super Champion. It's always good to see you. Who's still there? Cephal's up in here. Rise and Love out of here. Okay, so I got we about 2 hours in here. I was trying to stop this before 2 hours, but I give you guys 10 more minutes, and I'm gonna go throw myself in a garbage can and take a nap. I'll be like the I don't believe instincts divine reality either. You said you would rather listen to someone to discover more about who they are before you judge them. Well, that's your position to judge people. I don't judge people. I qualify things. I don't judge. Okay, so but you say you give everyone a chance to prove who they are. Who do you suppose I? But I'm not trying to prove anything to you. That's your dilemma. Is you think I'm sitting here have to prove myself to you. Here, fuck you. Get off my channel. You know what I mean? That's who I am. Get the fuck away from me. You stink. Like, I can smell you. You smell like shit. So why would you want to be here if I just said that to you? Do you know what I'm saying? You work on books. Well, okay. What does that have to do with anything? You're a writer. I'm a writer too. I'm an author. Everything I do, I author my own experience. Just because somebody writes something down doesn't make them the authority, because that's what author means, authority. But a lot of people write things down, but they ain't an authority on shit. They know shit. They know nothing. So once again, I'm not here to prove myself to you. You're here trying to find me to prove what you expect me or suspect me to be, and that's not in my interest. I'm not here for you. This is my channel, not yours. I'm just, yeah. Do you hear what I'm saying though? I hope that makes sense to you, because I have 25 of the people that actually care about what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying you're trying to hurt me. Now you're just being silly. You're taking it out of context. Yeah, I didn't suspect you were trying to hurt me or say anything wrong. It just appears that you're getting in the way of conversation I'm having with people. You're not. Well, don't challenge me then. I don't. Okay. Yes. You play a very nice semantics game. I've met a lot of people like you lately that have you use. Oh, there's these psychological mind fuckeries that most people that play this. It's a really okay. Well then here, how about this 8-bit or B-bit? Yeah, I know. But you're asking questions not about the general state of the world and how to help people, and you're just literally asking me about something that is really silly. Like I don't understand what you're asking. And only once in a while do people with your kind of attributes, meaning you have no picture next to you, you don't provide any information to anybody, and you just talk shit, and you just like ask more questions than you're worthy of asking. Like, I've never seen you before. You've never made your presence known. Yeah. I mean, I'm a writer too. I mean, 8-bit or 6-bit, or I'll call you 2-bit, I'll call you 2-bit. Is that okay? I don't know. I'm just being funny, but I write too. Does that make me an author? I mean, what does that have to do with anything? So you have more, you have more. Well, I'm better. I could ask questions all day. I've done that. That's the game. Ask questions and question the answers. We can do that forever. I think it's like if you scroll back through it and see how many times your picture shows up, which is zero because you just have a green nothing screen, and then just asking silly questions, and you've never been, yeah, but you've never been here before, and then like there's a bunch of other people in the room, and you just keep asking, really, apparently like I can't really figure out what you're asking because you're not asking anything like a direct question. You're just asking like mealy mouth around the way, like murky water, kind of like what do we define to be true? I mean, you want to get on this real deep philosophical thing that really nobody is on, you know? Uh, you don't feel your questions are silly. You let your work speaks for you. Okay. Well, okay, you let your works. Okay, I've never read any of your works, and I'm not judging you either way. I'm just saying, if I have a feeling about you, just through the internet, you're annoying. You're annoying, and you're a brat, and you're like you're kind of like you're just kind of getting in the way of. You're the same thing the other person did with the orange picture. What was that person's name? It just I don't I don't really. Well, maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. That's up to you. Maybe I have a better idea for you. I have about 8-bit. I have about 1,000 videos. Go watch those, and don't interrupt, and then see what I'm saying through those. And you can watch the thing happen here, and me respond to people literally thousands of hours, and without your needing to prod and pry with what seems to be questions that have nothing to do with what anyone's talking about here, then you could figure out if you should come back. It's not it's not up to me. It's up to you. Does that make uh, yeah, there you go, Civil Sanchez. Okay, well, annoying is something that a gnat does, and Brad is okay. So if I'm going to say that, then wouldn't that be a clue, a contextual clue to you to not come back here? Because if I think of you that way and I'm judging you, and that's the way you perceive it, then don't come back. Wouldn't that make more sense for you? Because I feel like I'm getting wrapped up in your conversation with me rather than talking to everybody else here. And which is I applaud you for wrangling me into your silliness. See, I'm gonna say it again, silly annoying brat, and that's just what I get off of this, and that's maybe that's my insanity, maybe that whatever. I don't. Again, 8-bit or B-bit, whatever. Go and listen to all of my other videos where I'm not talking to you, and in those places, maybe you'll find some honesty. Maybe you'll find some truth. Maybe you'll find the things that you need. Because me talking to you like this is obviously not doing anything for me or you. We're just going around in a syntax and semantics game. We're just playing the oldest game in the book, and that's fine because I like playing that game. It's amusing to me. It doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna sit in here and do this regardless. If everybody else gets to hear me talk and it's amusing to them, cool. If they want to leave and not listen, that's cool too. I see 8-bit. You still jump into conclusions, and this is where like literally I just want to. I think I'm probably just gonna stop responding to you because I'm not understanding what you're saying because I didn't judge you negatively and it doesn't. Well, thank you. But I don't need you to. I don't really. I mean, quite. As much as I can give you wholeheartedly from my heart. I don't give a fuck if you like me. I could give two shits. I wake up in the morning and I never think about you again. I don't need you to respect me. I don't need you to like me as a person. I don't need you to believe in that I have valid opinions because I just don't care. If you need my help, I'll give it to you. If you're gonna just get into some ramblings, I mean, that's fun too, but I don't really care. I know, Super Champion isn't fun. Yeah. Uh, and even though I still believe, behind that superficial gas mask. mm, no, I've been speaking to you, and now you're done. See you later. Bye bye. Okay. How silly, yo. So tired of it. Just like why? How much money does that person make? Anybody? Does that person make money off of this? Could they make money off of this? No way. My channel's not that popular. They couldn't be really getting paid to fuck with me. Could they really? Yeah, whatever. Let's see. But the thing is that person is the same person as the other person was. Yeah, that person is the same thing the other person was. You know that? That orange person? Rising Love. I'm gonna hit you up there. Hey, Rising Love, don't I already talk to you on one of our other? What are you talking about? Don't I already talk to you on email? Rising Love, who the hell are you? Which one are you? Alive and Awake. Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, Alive and Awake. Thank you for that video. Anybody don't know Alive and Awake? He was drinking his piss the other day. You piss drinking weirdo. Fuck yes, man. That's awesome. What's up, Anika Ashfaq? Oh, is that what you're gonna do? Yeah? Is that just another one of your? Hey, Anik Ashfaq. Is that the? Are you the 8-bit that I just told to get off? Is that what happened? So now you've given yourself a face and a name and an identity? How silly. If not, if you are actually somebody, that's pretty funny anyways. What's up, sipping on nectar? Well, thanks for your input. You've been a real what do they say? Integral part of this communication. Rising Love. Yeah, I know you, Mama Jen. Rising Love, you changed your picture. I know, isn't that great? Wait, Danny, are you saying you're a troll too, or you drank your piss today? So check it out. No matter what, it has nothing to do with all of these weirdos on here, because y'all a bunch of weirdos anyways. We just have fun, and I'm gonna make moves and have a night about this with my little puppy, because she wants some attention. So thanks for joining, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the conscious intel, as well as the Zen interacting with trolls, 101, silly people. Just fun stuff, isn't it? Isn't it amusing? As always, this is just okay. Well, you know what? Good for you. Good for everyone. Good for Anik or whatever. All of the accounts, so good. So it's glorious, because when you're here to uplift people and give them information to improve their lives, and then people come in Yeah. Okay. Don't block them. Just let it. Don't block them. Okay. I'll let them be. Because just sit in the corner. I'm gonna have to give them all. I'm gonna have to give them all time out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Audi Ghost. What? What? Yeah. Audi 5000. Beyond Fluid. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. Woot woot. Stay fucking fresh. And yeah, if there is a divine process, and if I am divinity, so be it. And yeah, Fizo, get at me about that question, and I'll answer that next episode of insanity and recluseness. Is that a word, recluseness? Well, it is today. Keep your ass clean, eat well, uh, be friendly around people, and shit on motherfuckers if they need it. You know, stay cool. Bang bang.